Well, hello everyone, welcome back to Life of Wonders, welcome back to my channel. As you know, my name is Polo and I love making videos of those stories and Disney collectibles. So if you like this kind of content and you'd like to support the channel, I always invite you all to subscribe to it, and that way you won't be missing out on any of my future videos. Today we're going to be, well, it's already unboxed, but we are going to just explore the whole thing from the box to the actual doll, and this is the premiere series limited edition Cinderella doll that was designed to look like if Cinderella herself was attending her own movie premiere in 1950, which is a very iconic Hollywood era for opulence and extravaganza. It was like a magnificent time for that. So, and with this doll, I think that the designers are kind of paying tribute to Grace Kelly. I mean, she reminds me so much of Grace Kelly in a way, even the outfit that she's wearing and everything. But obviously these are like the lines that were popular and fashionable at the time. But anyway, it's a very interesting take because yeah, same as with in my opinion, from this collection, like the top three, there are six of them, right? The top three would be Snow White, then Cinderella, and then Ariel, because there are three decades, their correspondent decades are just like so crazy when it comes to involve everything that was going on within the fashion industry, in the mid 30s, then in the 50s, and then at the end of the 80s, because then there's Belle and Jasmine. It's almost like only about 2 to 3 years after The Little Mermaid, so I don't think that this statement in fashion changed as much in between these decades. And of course, then it was in 2005, I believe, I think, Tiana, and that's very interesting as well. Although as it's very recent, it's almost like, a contemporary Tiana. But these three are like amazing because these 3 decades are outstanding. So anyway, this is the box. We have beautiful artwork of Cinderella here. She's just looking so glamorous and so cool. And then we can read that she's limited to 4,400 worldwide. Yeah, the produce numbers weren't as high as the last Ultimate Princess Celebration line, which is something that, I mean, in reality I don't mind how many of them there are. Like I really don't like the sort of like competition with other people in the way of I'm having something that is just so limited and you don't have it or anything like that. In fact, I just wish everyone could have these, and that is why I also want to make these videos, to share it with all of you and to just bring hope that maybe if you truly like it, someday your dreams will come true. I mean, someday it will come to you one way or another. So I'm really happy with the bigger edition size that they're doing, because I really want everyone to enjoy these dolls. So anyway, this is the front, and then it opens like that, and then okay, how do I do this? So as I always use just one of my hands, I'm going to try, okay, maybe just like that. So this is the back of it, and basically we have on both sides a little bit of the artwork as well, and then we have this window with the artwork. Once again, we have a little sketch there, and as you know, it's the 50s, and it's the decade in which Disneyland opened in 55, I think. So it's a very important decade. Same as the 90s for Disney. I think that yeah, up until the 60s and then from the 90s are probably the most iconic, things happening. Obviously, Disney World opened in the 70s, but anyway, you know what I mean. I mean the classics: Snow White, Pinocchio, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, etc. And then with 89, The Little Mermaid, then it was like a whole revolution in the 90s. Every single year there was a hit, if not two or more. So that's that. Then we have like the paparazzis on the back, just taking pictures. And I'm going to be reading because it's in English and French. So Disney Designer Collection is proud to introduce the premiere series inspired by the runaways and red carpets during its theatrical debut. The dolls' garments and accessories were carefully designed to combine a moment in fashion history with the unmistakable signature icons of beloved Disney heroines. Super cool. So now I'm going to just turn it around and I will just show you that when we open it, doll is not there because I already took her out, but we have these a window display that is just super beautiful because it has every single one from this line has a different window display. And then on the one side, well, and then we have these stairs with the velvety cardboard in like simulating a red carpet. And then we have the one of the official posters that were released at the time. And then right over here we have the invitation to the premiere, as well as a couple of tickets for it, which is just super cool. All of the things are actually in these plastic envelopes or these plastic covers so they don't get damaged, and they're stuck in a way. They're not stuck like with those round things from the Ultimate Prince Celebration. They have sellotape, and that's why I'm not taking it just now, because I could damage the box a little. But you really have an idea of what it could be. So what I'm going to do right now is just go directly to show you this amazing doll. And here we have the doll in question, and she's absolutely stunning. She's breathtaking, really. And I think that the promotional pictures do not make her justice. Like, seriously, just, it's been I didn't get any of these dolls at the time of the release. I was just so very busy with my career and all that at the time that I couldn't be centered on these. But I mean, fortunately, I can right now, and I have to say that I did not fall in love with her straight away. I mean, I did for Cinderella and sorry, what am I saying? I'm too tired. Anyway, I did for Snow White straight away, that I knew. And then I think that probably Ariel, but Cinderella wasn't among my favorites at the time because I don't think that the promotional pictures were as good. But you have I mean, I don't know. I hope that this video helps. But in person, and hopefully with the close-ups that I will be just sharing, you can appreciate that this doll is just so beautiful. I love when we have new takes for the Disney princesses again. Like, we have so many other dolls that look just the same, that I think that having variety, and that is why I also like the comfy princesses. I also like the Ultimate Princess Celebration line because they're very contemporary, and then these takes which are related to their corresponding decades. So anyway, but this is the doll, and again, she's very Chris Kelly. She's just so glamorous, so opulent, so sophisticated, and I just love her. So when we look at her face, she has these accentuated brows and a little bit of like shimmery brown and gold eyeshadow. Obviously red, super red actually, lips, and then she has these dangling earrings with pearly accents, and she's obviously covered in pearls. Like, she doesn't just have one or just one brown necklace of pearls or something. She's just like covered completely. As you can see, she has the rooted eyelashes, very beautiful. Her signature blonde hair, and this time they have given her a band, but instead of being up is going down, which I think it goes a lot more with the hairdos of the time, in which a lot of the hairstyles were heading down. But anyway, I mean, she has her signature bun, but the hair is just styled this way. She doesn't have bangs because all this part is just rolled like this, which I think, again, it's really nice, and I'm so grateful to have a different take on the princess that we always see the same way. And then she has these I mean, this is not just a sculpt of like a stack of pearls. It's like a necklace that has gone like 3 times around her neck. I guess that the only way in which you can take it off is like by taking the head. Um, and then she has, I'm just going to cover this first, because she has this beautiful bag that actually opens. It's very, like, with one hand, I don't think I will be able to do it, but it's clear plastic. It has a hinge, as you see, so it opens. It has this very beautiful pattern and a little rhinestone in this shape, and I think this is like a wink to the glass slippers, because again, even though it's plastic, obviously we're not going to have anything made out of glass, but it reminds me of that. And then she has a little like handle for her to have it. And then when it comes to jewelry, well, she has these two short black gloves that again were very popular in this decade. And then it was also very popular, like doing this, which is putting the bracelets on top of it. So she has two bracelets of pearls just round the wrists, and then this is the silhouette that we associate with the 50s, truly, which is like very thin on the top part, and then it goes it goes like, I think this is so much wider and bigger than the normal the signature, whatever. I think it's definitely bigger than any other dress that I do have for Cinderella, including her own super puffy princessy dress. It's just so big, and it consists, it's really nicely done, because there is like this stool, or like this piece of the dress that goes around the collar, and then it goes all the way down like this in an asymmetrical run around. And this is like this very it's almost like organza from this side, and another, it's like organza really, but this organza on the outside reflects, it's a bit of a metallic reflective organza. And then so it's just one piece is it? Yeah, it's one piece altogether. And so it has the bodies in black with the little trim in satin blue. It's like it's like the blue that we would associate with Cinderella, really. And then it has that sort of like pleated belt part of it. Let me check, but I think it's all sewn together. Well, not really, no, sorry about that. So basically, you can untie the belt, and the belt would come separately, and then the rest is just one piece altogether. Anyway, here you can appreciate the back of it. I mean, the movement of this dress is just, it's fabulous. It has embroidery of these like really nice swirly pattern, and rhinestones scattered all throughout it. The parts that you don't see the embroidery is because it's pleated when she's in position, like I'm going to do just now, so you don't see obviously what's here. But it has this beautiful, I mean, it's very beautiful. It reminds me of many Scada, but also what was the other, Givenchy, I think, designs. It reminds me so much of those. um Anyway, so that is the outer layer, and the outer layer is this silky satin, and then it has the two different colors. I think that here they're different. This is more of an organza, this is more of a satin, but then on the inside there's also like a satin, but it's a different shade of blue, a darker one. So this one, the embroidery is beautiful because it doesn't feel very heavy as such, and so it still moves really like super cool. And then it has this tulle layer with polka dots in black, which is like the combination of all. It's like the definition of this decade, really. But she's so beautiful, and not just beautiful but elegant. I think that that is something that I would stress from this decade. It was the elegance that could be that it was every actress was breathing elegance, really, from all the pores. And then underneath this layer there's this satin one that is, it has a little bit of like a sturdy, it isn't as silky as the outer layer, and I think it's just to keep this shape. But nevertheless, she has another, and this one is separate. She has like a tulle petticoat skirt to help with the volume. So all in all, it's just like so many different layers. And then for the first time in forever, for the first time, I think that for Cinderella, other than the Comfy Princess line, we see a different, not a glass slipper. So she's having these rather elegant shoes that have that design on the front. I hope you can appreciate it. And then it has a little gem. So the design is, I believe, is a heart, because in the original shoes there were hearts sculpted on the glass. But these ones are black, and then they have that hint of glass or whatever with the gem. So oops. So as you can see, there are so many things going on this doll. And yeah, I just hope I've covered everything, and you've enjoyed this review. And if you have, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will be super happy to get back to all of you. For now, stay safe, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye bye.